it's Paula Tisch, your favorite Huntsville realtor. Today we're talking about the different kinds of markets that we have in the real estate space. Welcome. If you are watching this and it is no longer 2024, then the current market might not be the same as ours today. But what a buyer's market is and what a seller's market is does not change. Those things are the same. It's just a matter of which one we are in. When I first got into real estate in 2019, we were in a seller's market. The sellers had all the power. There were not enough properties available for all the buyers out there that wanted to either upsize, downsize, move across town, move to the country, whatever. Rates were great. Tons of buyers, not enough sellers. And so the sellers had all the power. And that is called a seller's market. Now today, in September of 2024, things have changed a bit, especially over the last 20 months or so. Now, there's quite a few houses on the market. And there's not as many people looking. This results in what we call a buyer's market. Now let's deep dive into some of the stats that we use to determine these things so that you can really understand the difference and understand the power that you may or may not have. So let's look back to January of 2023. There in the Huntsville, Madison County area, and I'm talking about all of Madison County. In January of 2023, there were roughly 610 homes for sale on the market. That seems like a lot. In August of 2024, there are over 1,100. Almost double the amount of homes available now than 20 months ago. That is a big difference. This statistic helps us figure out what is called the absorption rate. The absorption rate is a fancy word that basically means how many months of homes do we have for all the buyers that, if we sold one, all these people, when would we run out? When would we run out of homes for all our buyers we have? That is what the absorption rate is. And so let's take a peek here at the absorption rate in, again, Madison, Alabama, Madison County. In January of 2023, we had a little over 1 month. 1 month. That is hardly any. An even market is going to be around 3 to 4 months. And I'll tell you what, in August, we were at just about 3.25 months, which kind of leans towards we have a more even market. It does not feel very much like a even market. It feels very much like a buyer's market today. Let's take a look at days on market. This is an interesting stat, actually. In January of 2023, the average days on market for any listing in Madison County was roughly 18 days. In August of 2024, it's 14 days. But let's talk about that. This is for all home sales all across Madison County. What I'm seeing is buyers want the perfect house. They do not want to have to put on a new roof, get a new HVAC. Your house can be 40 years old and it better be in pristine condition. And if it is, it'll be sold like that. And if it's not, it's going to sit there. It's going to sit there for 30, 60, 90, 100 days or more, because every buyer that I meet these days wants it in pristine condition. This is giving buyers a lot more clout when they're going to buy, because they want it the way they want it and they're not buying it if it's not the way they want it. And the sellers are having to give some concessions for that. New listings. New listings are going to be, the houses that we're putting on the market. Things we're putting a sign in the yard for. In January of 2023, we had just shy of 400 new listings that month. In August of 2024, we had, looks like about 525s. So you can see where we're going with this. It's building up. When we're comparing on the new listings, we have to look at seasonal things also, because in Alabama, during the summer months, probably from, I'd say, April through September, that's our peak season of new listings and so forth. School ends, list the house. We want to be in our next house by the time school starts. Way more listings available than there were 20 months ago. Now, this is an interesting thing. In January of 2023, the median sale price in Madison County was around $276,000. That was the beginning of 2023, and it maxed out in probably the summer of 2023 at $325,000. Since then, it's done this. Real estate generally goes up 2 to 3% a year. We've had record growth in the price department, but now I'm seeing that it's coming down a little bit, just a little. Last but not least, the number of homes for sale. Remember we talked about new listings? New listings does not take into account the listings that are still sitting there. Remember I told you about the houses that were not in pristine condition, that are sitting there for 30, 60, 90, 100 days? Those are still sitting there, even though we're getting these new listings. And so the number of houses for sale is skyrocketing at this point. In January of 2023, we had about 610 homes for sale. But since January of 2024, it has gone up. And now we have that 1,200 homes for sale. That's double the amount of homes for sale. And that is going to just keep on growing and growing and growing if we don't see more sales happening. What I really want to say is, in a seller's market, which is where we were, they could ask for whatever they wanted. They were getting appraisal gaps paid for. They were waiving inspections because so many people wanted their house, supply and demand. So many people wanted it that they could do that. But now we have more buyers, more houses, more everything. And so therefore, sellers don't have as much power. The buyers have the power. And so what we're seeing today is buyers offering a little bit less than asking price. They're asking for some more repairs, closing costs. And then on top of that, we still are negotiating commissions. So the market has changed. And I just want to make sure you understand who holds the power in a buyer's market and a seller's market. If you have any questions about this, drop them in the comments below or reach out to me by email or text. I would love to chat with you and explain to you in more detail anything I can about the real estate market, because I want you to love where you live.